Well, they don't want you hearing this. The UK is quickly turning into a parody of itself. One of the funniest changes was the banning of advertisements that feature fit models to push the so-called body positivity message. Bill Burr and Joe Rogan were not about to let that slide, and the pair absolutely tore into this insanity, calling out the absurdity of punishing people for being healthy. And today we're going to cover their brutal takedown, and you're going to love every second of it. As always, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos just like this.
Did you see what's going on in the UK? The UK has banned advertisements that feature unobtainable bodies. There's I retweeted
the way you eat
I tweeted it recently.
The way they eat fish and chips over there, that's going to be most of advertising.
Well, they had these ads for summer bodies. You know, you see a girl in a bikini, and they're now making it illegal to put those
Why
kind of
can't you
ads up.
aspire to that? Like,
Well,
I look at that Aquaman guy that makes me want to go to the gym. I don't be like, oh, you know, he's got a full head of hair. And look at, like, you got to make me feel better?
It's because the people that complain. Who are the people that complain? The people that complain are the people that don't want to work to be that lady. They don't want to work to get that kind of a body, and they just want to not see it. They don't want to go to the subway and see a body that they're never going to have.
Yeah.
For context, this episode was 6 years ago, and you'd think things would have improved since then, but no, it's only gotten worse. Just last month, another ad was banned because the model was deemed unhealthily thin. Here's her picture, and she's just a tall, slim woman, nothing remotely unhealthy about the appearance. So what exactly were they going on about? Meanwhile, the UK has a growing obesity crisis, like us in America, according to a study that you can find on their parliament's website, where 2/3 of the people aged 35 and above are overweight or obese. You'd expect to see more messages promoting a healthier lifestyle, but of course, that wouldn't be considered all-inclusive, would it? Instead, they're trying to push this ridiculous standard where being fit and healthy is actually problematic. Bill noticed Hollywood pushing similar messages as well, and he had this to say about it.
I saw an actress complaining one time because the studio told her that she needed to lose 15 pounds. I'm like, you can't drop 15 to star in a movie? I mean, what carrot can they, specifically carrots, some veggies in your diet? What do they have to dangle in front of you to go to the fucking gym like the rest of us? Like, I literally, like, because I always say, oh, guys don't have to deal with that. It's like, yeah, we do.
Of course,
yes, we do.
Aquaman
Like,
had to deal with that.
I
What if
know,
he gained 20 pounds?
Dude, forget about him. If just having 5 lines in a fucking movie. If I am north of 171, 72 pounds, the fucking tweets I get, hey, Billy Booze Bag. Hey, Billy Bitch Tits. Hey, fat freckles. Like, I already knew I was unsightly, but I didn't realize how many things that people didn't enjoy about me. Until I got on the internet, I was like, wow, I never noticed that about myself. Dude, everybody's in shape. I remember fucking seeing, I used to do a bit about this. I saw Ben Stiller in Meet the Fockers or something. There was a scene where he had to have his shirt off in the pool. He had fucking abs in a comedy.
Yeah.
The actress Bill is referencing here is Jennifer Lawrence, who complained that the producer of The Hunger Games, the franchise that shot her into stardom, asked her to lose 15 measly pounds after she was selected to play Katniss in the movie. Well, boo-hoo! You're gonna make millions of dollars! Reportedly 50 million from the 4 movies, but aside from the financial aspect, let's be real for a second. Katniss was a young woman living in the poorest district of a dystopian world. No one was asking her to look malnourished, just to appear thinner to reflect the reality of someone struggling in that environment. And by the way, it's a dream come true. They should feel honored to be allowed to play this kind of a character.
Look, if somebody really has like a fucking eating disorder, you know, if you're like fucking obese, I have sympathy for those people. But if you're 15 pounds, 20 pounds overweight, I mean, fucking, you know what, you drink some fucking smoothies.
These women that are playing these roles have to understand, first of all, that part of the reason why you got that role is not just because of your acting ability, but also because you're pretty. You have a beautiful face. You were born with it. You didn't even work at it. And then on top of that, you're supposed to be playing a beautiful person in the movie. They would like you to not be fat.
Well,
It's
there's millions of dollars at stake that could be lost. So I always feel like your job is, even if you look like me, is to show up on time, knowing your lines in the best possible shape you could get yourself in.
If that's the role.
That's the even if I'm just fucking playing anybody.
What if you're Artie Lang? What if you're Artie Lang and you're supposed to play the guy that's smoking cigarettes and you're the brother-in-law that's drunk all the time?
Then your job's to look that way.
Yeah, your job's to look that way.
Exactly. This is just about being professional and committing to your job and craft. If you don't like it, find another industry. No one's forcing you to work, especially in a job that pays millions. I'll take the job. Plenty of actors have transformed their bodies for roles without complaining. Christian Bale has gained and lost extreme amounts of weight for his roles. Cillian Murphy, another person getting super thin for Oppenheimer. Chris Pratt went from a sitcom dad bod to a ripped superhero. Jonah Hill has even done it. So drop a like if you think it's part of the job and makes the character portrayal more believable. They are actors. At the end of the day, Hollywood is a business. If losing a few pounds or bulking up's too much to ask, then step aside. There's thousands of actors who will gladly take your place in a heartbeat. Complaining about it after cashing your multi-million-dollar checks is nothing but virtue signaling. In another episode with Andrew Schultz and Charlemagne, the same topic was brought up, and the way Andrew went all out is actually very funny to watch.
There is nothing that enrages me more than fat models. There is nothing that enrages me more than fat fucking models. Okay, let me just say something. As a comic, we want attention. Mm-hmm. We don't feel like we deserve it. So we make you laugh, so there's an even exchange. I get my attention, you get some joy, okay? Right. An actor, they want attention. They're not willing to write the script, but they'll memorize some lines. They'll do a little bit of effort to get the attention. A regular model, at least she's willing to lose weight so that she can be looked at. But these fat bitches are just like, look at me. I deserve to be looked at.
Stop using the word bitches in 2019.
Look at that.
What the fuck?
That's the plus size model mannequin.
This is the only
that doesn't enrage you guys?
The only thing I don't like about
that doesn't enrage you that they're like, just stare at me. I'm going to eat bread all day.
No.
Media messaging should focus on encouraging people to live healthier lives, not normalizing unhealthy habits. If someone struggles with weight loss due to medical conditions, that is understandable, and no one should be shamed for that. But if someone deliberately chooses an unhealthy lifestyle, refusing to take care of their body in any form, society shouldn't be celebrating that as some kind of empowerment. Of course, everyone's free to make their own choices, but the reality is that maintaining a healthy weight comes with countless benefits, including those you love getting to be with you longer. Encouraging people to be healthier is not about vanity, it's about quality of life. So to wrap things up, I have to share this clip with Bill roasting celebrity activism, and what he said here, well, it's just pure facts.
They're acting like fucking preteens, where everything's about them, and the whole fucking world gives a shit. Celebrities with their fucking political views is the funniest thing ever. It's like you're not making anybody change their mind politically. I feel like I need to fucking speak up. It's like, no, you can't have the spotlight on you enough. That's all you're doing, because all you're doing with that bullshit is, first of all, you're alienating half the fucking people that are going to go see whatever the fuck you're in. And then secondly, you're just getting on the radar of lunatics in white vans with 2 seats that are looking up how to fucking build pipe bombs. Like that's the fallout.
Can you believe this was Bill just 6 years ago? Unfortunately, now he's kind of an activist. One could make the case that he's engaged with similar activities he's criticizing here with his comments about the LA wildfires, proving the truth of the old saying, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. But I'd love to know your thoughts here, so let's get the conversation rolling in the comments down below. And if you want your friends to see these legendary takes, please share the video with them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.